know I'm dancing like that to the music. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the
Yes.
Magical Witchy World TV. I am Star Ravenhawk.
And I am Rhonda Allen. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah. And now we're going to go on with our show. At the moment, our guest, Patti Negri, is not here as yet. So we're going to go on with the show in the
Yes,
meantime. Okay.
that's right. So let's just
So we're going to
get
jump right
into our
into the.
astrology.
All right. So we're going to
Yes.
begin with the astrology time because, as we just said, our guest Patti Negri is not here as yet. If she shows up, we will stop in between and do the interview with her. If
Mhm.
not, it will just be the show goes
Okay.
on. All right. So I
Yep,
hope you guys
that's
all
right.
enjoy the show. It will be the astrology part is going to be short tonight because it's the end of the year. And that's our
Yeah.
last show for the year 2023. So tonight's
Amazing.
astrology, I know, right? It's just like flew by.
Yes, it really did.
Yeah. So tonight is the continuation astrology of the December 2023 astrology with the decans, how it affects us, and anything else that we have going through to the end of the year. So, December 26th, the Wounded Healer Chiron Station direct, rocketing forward into Fire Starter Aries, ending in a retrograde that started back on July 23rd, adding incredibly powerful healing energies, reminding us to unlock its key potential. And I mean, seriously, the symbol for this asteroid is an actual key, that symbol. So turn any anger into purpose and passion and take your things where you need to go. It was also the last full moon of the year, which fell in that nurturing and sensitive Cancer, which made us feel all of the feels and more connected to our loved ones. Emotions brought to the surface, which caused lots of sentimental exchanges, which brought on, of course, the waterworks with many people. It also made a lot of us spend time making or finding what you deemed your sanctuary. Okay? The veil was thin at that time, which heightened our senses and made us extra sensitive to the energies of the world around us. If a loved one had passed on during this year, it made you feel extra close to them for said reasons. This Cancer moon reminded us also how important it was to protect our energetic bodies and to make time to recharge and nurture ourselves. Anyone who was near any body of water, because it was the Cancer moon, during that time they found particularly healing and nourishing. So even if you had a nice bath, if that you decided to do that, anybody doing that this month and all the way through to December 31st, it'll be very nurturing and calming and creating that healing sanctuary for yourself in the body of water. Saturn, the master teacher, the planet of karma, is active was also active under this Cancer full moon as well. And you will feel all the way through December 31st the effects of it. So let it help you where needed. Let it heal you where needed and let it nourish you where needed. Okay. And it's all readying us to make some adult decisions. We have to do some adulting, people, when it comes to our personal lives. So take heed of that. Some of you found out that some of your relatives or close friends will need some extra support in the weeks ahead because there may have been some passing ons. Or you may need to fund some repair work at home, anything like that. Get the home ready for the new year of 2024. But if you're feeling taxed, but don't forget that the lean on me term, okay, goes both ways. So that
Yes.
you're not the one that's always helping everyone. Lean on someone else as well. It's a dual purpose thing, okay?
Yes,
Right. That was
definitely,
the 20.
definitely. Right on. So now on December 27th, the sun trined Jupiter at 5 degrees Capricorn Taurus, which brought with it optimism and generosity. So do hope you use that energy, and I really do hope you use that energy to ask for favors or material goods. It will work in your favor all the way through the end of this year. So we still have some time. Mercury conjunct Mars in a rare alignment at 24 degrees Sagittarius, which was a little bit tricky since it squared Neptune and Mercury was retrograding at the same time. So this is all happening on December around that December 27th date. With these two planets together, it gave a fantastic boost to our intuition, creativity, and motivated us, and will continue to do so through till the end of the year. So we have all that good energy still going on for the next couple of days. It makes communicating flow easier and more fluid. I personally like Neptune Mercury aspects, even the hard aspects, because they always seem to come with an opportunity to tap into heightened intuition and explore things from different angles. So you get to see the bigger picture, really expanding that vision. However, a Neptune square is a Neptune square. And with Mercury retrograde playing trickster along the way, it's crucial that you distinguish the profound insight from potential illusions and make sure that your actions, Mars, are grounded in a clear understanding of reality. Family values played a very big part. So if your partner, your children, or parents were and are supportive in any way, it will attract great success into your lives heading into 2024. For those of you who felt the full effects of this full moon, you found either the right people and or work found you. That's important. If you were job hunting, the right opportunities felt as if they fell into your lap right when you needed them. Also, with Chiron, the healing asteroid being direct, it suggests you work on healing what's needed, as Star was saying earlier.
Okay.
What's needed.
And on the 28th, December 28th was a big day with Mercury as Mars squared Neptune at 25 degrees Sagittarius Pisces. And then Mercury, Neptune, that sneaky little liar kind of swept in there as well. So it made it a big day yesterday. So noticeably, there was a lot of gaslighting. Yes, we witnessed a lot of that on all the different podcasts and on the TV stations. A lot of gaslightings were expressed on many platforms, on some of the media
Mhm,
channels or posts, and in general. This transit tested the powers of our intuition, but it allowed us to develop it as well because it wanted us to decide for ourselves or discern for ourselves what is truth and what are lies, what is disinformation and misinformation. Because again,
mhm,
all that gaslighting, no. And we have that in us to be able to discern the different truths and lies.
mhm,
Okay. I know people call it gaslighting. I call it straight up lying. Okay. It is what it is. It's lies. Okay. It also allowed us to transmute the sorcery of this aspect into something creative, especially in the realms of anyone in that film or photography or music, that fame part of their lives. It helped them a lot with that creative side. The Mars Neptune combination, again, like how Rhonda mentioned before, made it extremely seductive. And with the square came the danger of falling victim to sexual obsessions. Just a bit of thought with that. So if you found yourself kind of getting a bit little spicy there, now you know why. Okay. The victim savior
mhm,
archetype was strong here too because those folk love to fight for the underdog. Okay, so they will be there always trying to
mhm,
support that underdog. So falling in love with a drug addict is possible, as is the danger of becoming one yourself. At least you're aware to beware of that. Okay, so watch out for that.
yes,
Okay, what about
yes,
December
definitely.
29th, huh?
Today, so December
Yes.
29th, many things are happening as Venus is sextile Pluto and at at 29 degrees Scorpio, Capricorn. Venus moves out of deep and reflective Scorpio into lighter territory and enters Sagittarius Decan 1. With all the nice buoyant vibes, it can be a blessing after a period of that sometimes too intensive Venus in Scorpio. Hey, my Venus is in Scorpio, but anyway, that too sometimes too intensive
So pay
Venus,
attention, girl. Pay
you
attention to
know,
yourself.
too intensive Venus in Scorpio exploration of the deeper realms of relationships and personal values. So yeah, moving into this Sagittarius decan one is a little more buoyant and a little less intense from being in that Scorpio energy. Love at times will be powerful enough to move mountains. And we know this, but aside from the obvious passionate connections, there is the deep transformation that can take place through experiencing the arts. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And again, this is the energy of today. So, taking in a film or painting could possibly touch you profoundly right now. With Venus and Sagittarius bringing with it a refreshing energy, it will encourage a more open minded approach to things. Very important. Opening us up to exploring different values and approaches to love and relationships. So Venus in Sagittarius loves to feel wild and free. It's a great way to go into the new year, I would say. So anyway, travel may be on your mind, which can be incredibly restorative under this alignment. So if you can, plan a fun outing or getaway so you make the most of this energy.
All
I can
right.
feel that draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, good, good. On December 30th, Jupiter will station direct at 5 degrees Taurus after being retrograde since September. When Jupiter goes direct, we will receive a burst of abundant energy and great news. I got some great news for you guys. So be on the lookout for all the ways that you are loved, cared for, and provided for. The universe will be on your side. Okay, so keep that in mind. Jupiter being the planet of expansion, it will help us work on our financial situations. With all these great energies to work with, it will help us get organized and think about ways to improve the health of our finances. So it's not just on your own health like we with Chiron, but also on your financial health. Okay. Additionally, Jupiter will also be in Taurus at that time, making it great for
Mm,
doubled up expansions because with Taurus, it's like doubling up. Wow, that's a lot of great
mhm,
energies. As the planet of expansion powers forward in tactile and tenacious Taurus, a sustainable and profitable idea could pick up speed. If a work project has drifted from its original mission or purpose, you'll be able to come together again. It will be easy to prioritize without getting scattered or limiting the potential of those ideas. So it will expand on it. Okay, making it auspicious times ahead as Jupiter ends a retrograde slowdown that began on September 4th. We may
mm,
also receive some news on the world stage regarding the global financial markets, some of which we have already seen. We've had a good year with what we've had in the US, even despite people claiming that it would have been what, a recession and all the
mhm,
different things. None of those things happened. And inflation is down, just people price gouging. So you got to be careful of that. Other than them price gouging,
mhm,
it is a great for the market right now in the US. Internationally, you will also see a lot of people or countries beginning to thrive a bit better with that. Okay. So that will help. So that's the international part. Um, uh, so some of which, again, like I said, we've already seen. Jupiter will also now officially apply a sign based conjunction to Uranus, forming the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, one of the most anticipated astrological events of 2024. Okay, and for good reasons. It predicts great financial times ahead for many of us in 2024. When when
Yep.
Venus goes into Sagittarius decan 1, Venus will not behave well in this decan, at least according to the fixed stars that reside there. However, I do not see any evidence of any criminal activity in at all. So the behavior is mainly self-centered vanity rather than anything dangerous or immoral. Venus was a jealous goddess at times and could be quite narcissistic. Okay, so here we have the low grade narcissist in the news. We've seen some of those stage divas who crave attention and flattery, getting their 15 minutes of fame and getting backlash for it.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a couple yesterday in the news. So, we've seen it. So we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
see it playing out. You might meet a few of them at your New Year's Eve parties. So look out for that. And by the time the
Mm-hmm.
New Year's Eve rolls around, you'll be ready for some calm instead of calamity. And the sensible Virgo moon ushers us across the threshold into 2024 with exactly that in mind. Ending with us thinking of Jupiter's forward movement at this time, with the year ending on a high note and a bright
Yes.
astrological outlook that which much to look forward to in 2024. So there's a lot
So
coming for us. I
exciting.
can't wait. So we're gonna
Yes.
do, more on that, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that because I think we're gonna do an astrological events for the whole year in January when we come back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for you guys, so you could kind of see all the big things that are coming financially for us moving forward through
Excellent.
2024. Okay,
And
now we're gonna
now,
move on to
tarot card time.
all right. So you
Right.
can do a choice of two things. You can draw one card that would represent that will be for you right now of what's going on and how it affect you until December 31st, or you can, and I think you should just do that, or if you want you could pull three cards and do past, present, and future. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with that. But again, do it until December 31st. The reason I'm saying that is
Yeah.
because there's so many great things coming for 2024 that I want you guys to wait to do a card, a reading for the new year.
For
Okay,
20.
I want you
Yeah.
guys to wait
And that's
because
a
there's
big
so
thing.
much to look forward to that I don't want you guys to overstep yourself and not see all the good things that are coming for you. Okay, so let's do that. All right, let's see what we got from that.
I'm going to pull one
I'm
card.
pulling one card.
And, oh, look at this.
What have you got going, girl?
Knight of
All
Pentacles,
right.
Knight of
Yeah.
Pentacles, court card, earth energy. So, what is this telling me about what's going on through the rest of this year? Well, actually, it's through the rest of this year, but it's a precursor of what's coming up next year. Because Star was talking about this, about literally, about the financial, what was this now? The financial
Outlook, I believe. Like it's going to be
yumminess
pretty
that may be
big. It's going to be
coming.
pretty
Yeah.
big, and it's going to be good for a lot of people.
Right. And this figure, see, court cards represent aspects of ourselves. They can represent other people, but I'm reading for me. So this is an aspect of me riding that horse and carrying that coin. Slow and steady, doing the hard lift, focused, dedicated, but focusing on manifesting the things that I can manifest, the earnings, the monies. So yeah, that's through the end of this year. I get that. That makes perfect sense. That's been me. That's where I've been. That's where I've been working hard on just manifesting and bringing some richness and wealth into my world, into my life. That has been where I've been focused, and that is legitimately my story.
All
That
right.
is
So I
legit
think I
riding
think I
horse.
kind of got this is the Page of Wands. Okay.
Oh, another court card.
Yes,
Look at us
exactly.
talking about
I almost felt like
ourselves.
it was the flip side of yours because
Wow.
yours is the Knight of Coin. This is the Page of Wands. And
Mhm.
with that cat, there's a little cat on nearby his feet and everything. Um,
Mhm.
and everything. And I'm looking at it, and he's wide-eyed, and
Yes.
he's looking forward to all the things, like he's shouting it from the rooftops of all the things he's got planned for the new year, and all the
Yeah.
things that he knows that is going to bring with it, all the abundance and prosperity it's going to bring. And that's the way I'm
Yes.
seeing it, as this thing where it's like, hey, yonder, 2024, I've got you, you've got me, yes, we're gonna do it. And
And
it's
the
all going to be
excitement
done
and the
based on the creative ways that I can come up. And you know me, I'm creativity in
oh,
persona.
yes,
It is what
yes,
I
yes,
do. And I'm thinking of
yes.
all the things and all the ways, because I've got so much I want to accomplish this year. Um,
Right
Whether it's
on.
healing my body, as well as, my finances, and doing things, because I'm buying that land, girl. I am buying land this
Yeah.
year and
Hey,
moving on. So
dedicated and focused,
yes,
and there is
yes,
no going.
yes.
This is like there is no. This
There's
is a
no
mountain that
stopping.
I'm
There's
moving.
no
I'm moving
stopping.
it. No
We're moving
stopping.
forward.
No stopping.
Yes.
I love that there are court cards showing up. So we spoke about the astrology, and you were telling everybody that we're going to have the 2024 year ahead. What's coming up? The big astrological aspects to look out for. Also want to mention that we need to look at the 2024 tarot card of the year, which I'd be happy to, because I have to work on this in any
Go
case. So I'm
ahead.
going to
Go
share
ahead,
it with
girl.
everybody,
Yes.
which is the tarot card for 2024 is the strength card. We're coming out of the chariot, the year of the chariot. That's when you calculate the card of the year, you're literally you're counting the numbers of the year. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, 8. That is the strength card. And that is, we're going to,
Infinity too.
yes, it's that's right, the infinity card. So we're not going to go into, and this is the strength card in the
Nice.
modern.
Nice.
So, yeah. So this is the card for 2024, and we'll go into that as we get into our when we start our January, when we come back in January.
Right, right. And we don't forget, we have which will be great. We're gonna have lots of great astrology and tarot for you guys, January,
Yes,
and that's January 5th, Friday,
yes,
January 5th at 10 p.m. And
right
it
on.
will be our second year of doing our show.
Yes!
I can't believe we went through a whole year, because we
I
started
can't either.
January next last year. I mean, this year we started.
Yep, yep.
So, this is great. And we will go into our second year, and we'll begin the year with author Judy Ann Nock, who
I
is a
love it.
Brooklynite.
Right
She lives in
on.
Brooklyn here and all of that. And so it will be great to have her on the show, and that's coming
Yes,
with her.
that
Um,
would be fabulous.
yeah, yeah.
So I have, as we wrap up years, there's always everybody has all, their traditions or general practices. And I'm going to ask you, and I know this is off the cuff, you have no idea this question is coming your way. But I'm curious, are there things that you like to do just to acknowledge the calendar? And I'm using the 12-month calendar year, not the wheel of the year calendar year,
Oh,
but
okay.
the
Okay.
12-month calendar year. We're coming to
The
December
Gregorian
31st.
calendar. Yeah.
The Gregor, yes. Is there something that you do traditionally to mark the end and the closeout of one and the opening of the door of the next? Anything that you do in particular?
Honestly, other than the cleaning, I feel like when you
Mm.
begin a calendar Gregorian year, it feels like I need to clean up things.
Yes.
Um, and it feels like, for some reason, I feel like I'm not just cleaning up this year, but I'm opening the door to literally moving onto that land. So I feel like I'm cleaning and packing at the same time, if that makes sense.
Beautiful.
So I
Yes,
feel
it
like I'm
does.
packing with the idea, like, give me 2 months or so, I'm gone. I am on
Yes,
that land, ready to sit there in my car and go build my house.
right on. I
So,
think that's powerful.
yes, and that's what I am seeing, because usually I will do that end of year cleaning, and I'm
Mhm.
going, and many things to come in the new year. This year, for some reason, the financials and everything will give me it feels like I'm going into this time of where I am moving into that house, that land, and I'm going to move forward with it, and I can't wait. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work.
Yes.
It's going to be
All
tiring.
right.
It's going to be everything, but it feels like there's this whole leap of faith for me. What about you? Because you
Right
asked me that
on.
question, I'm gonna kind of refer it
Yeah.
back to you.
So what do I usually do? So I do have some traditions, like some things that I have to do. There'll be some usual cooking. Yes,
Oh,
there'll be
okay.
some traditional cooking that I have to do because my you know m- my dad's side of the family have been in Brooklyn or in New York, and I could trace the family back on to the late 1700s
Wow.
in New York State, and primarily in that area of New York, but lower, not upstate, but downstate.
Right.
Um, and but my mother's side of the family are from the South, so Georgia and Virginia
Right.
primarily. And there are things that we have to do. So I'm going to be doing some of that cooking on New Year's Day.
Okay. All right.
But New Year's Eve is also a time of, we have to let out the old. So I do, and at midnight, I do have the usual. I write out what I'm getting rid of, what I'm not bringing forward into the next year. And I write also what I'm inviting into my world. And I'm outside burning things at midnight. I'm burning stuff because that's what I have to do. And then I also do the sound. So I have the sweeping out of my house, out the front door.
Right.
And then I also do my sound. So I have a singing bowl, a sound bowl to kind of ring in things. And then
During the year.
I go around my house and I go through every room, every corner. I have to
Yeah,
go
that's
through it
still
and then
air.
out the
Then.
front.
That's
Yeah.
still air. Yep.
Yeah.
My whole thing is once I move out,
Mhm.
then I'm gonna do a complete cleansing and redoing of here and give the apartment to my
Yes.
son. And give the apartment to my son. So
There we go.
so the yeah, yeah, it's his.
That's
I
beautiful.
own it
That's
rather than sell it. And I own it. I'm just gonna give it to my son because New York gets expensive for rent, and we own this
Oh
already. So why
my
not?
gosh.
Because I
That
just
is
want to
that
move a
absolutely. I
couple of
would not
hours
get
out.
rid of that.
No, no, no. I
No.
was thinking at
And
first of selling it, but then I said, why bother? When what I do, have my son move to roommates, a whole bunch of roommates into a place
right,
when he can have
no,
his apartment
right.
for himself. So it makes sense. And I could be
Exactly.
selfish and sell it and just take the money and run, but I won't do that to him.
I just want to say, and we have in the chat, brightest of blessings to you all in the new year from Rob. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
same to you
We
guys.
appreciate
Yeah,
that. Yeah, and
yeah.
same to you guys.
and
And I
and
hope and
blessings to you all, because we wanted to tell you guys to have that happy healthy new year, all of you,
yes,
um, wherever you are, wishing you all that happy healthy new year, and look forward to that 2024 because it speaks
yes,
so much astrologically of the things that will be better for everyone financially
yes,
if you do certain things. So we're going to bring all of that astrology to you guys in the new year so that you
yes,
can work with it to help yourself accomplish the things that you want to accomplish this year. And one of the things I would say is I put out this meme on my Facebook page, which
mm.
is so true. The dog says to the cat, so what is New Year's Eve for? What's that resolution thing? And the cat answers, it's that place where everybody writes them all the things they want, and then all of them the very next day, none of it means anything because
Yeah,
you know.
that can
And I'm like,
happen.
that is so true because we all say all these things, and then we go completely back to whatever we were doing, and
Start
it's
off
just like
small.
I want you guys to actually, if you're gonna put down things that you're not really gonna do, don't do that.
Yeah,
If you're going to
yeah,
put anything down or you're going to say anything out into the universe, actually say to project it as
yes.
portents, as prophecy. This is what I'm going to do, universe. I am going to move
This
to
is
that
what's
beautiful
happened.
land and live comfortably, you know. And
Yep.
and you want to say it out, and you don't want to just write it and then every year you write these things down and then it means crap. You don't want to do that. In
Yeah.
other words, remember we were talking about in the astrology part, about gaslighting, don't gaslight
Mhm.
yourself, because we do
Right
that
on.
sometimes to ourselves.
All the time.
Okay, and I call it
And we have
lying.
to
I call the
remember.
word gaslighting straight up lies. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
They're giving it a nice name,
Times your
but
tip.
really it's
Yes.
lies. Okay, so don't
Yes,
lie to
it is.
yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. Tell yourself the truth, good, bad, or indifferent.
And
Truth is
remember,
make it work.
whatever you tell yourself, you will believe. So if you say, because there's no distinguishing, right?
Yep,
If you the famous, and everybody knows this. If you tell yourself, "Don't look at the book," what are you going to do?
look
Look
at
at
the
the book.
book.
That's what the brain is
Yeah.
going to do. So if you're telling yourself that this is not what I can't, or I won't, or it will never happen, then cool. Well, yeah, you can't, you won't, it will never happen. So remember, it's strength. That's the year we're moving into.
I put
And
mine
that's
away
gonna be a
already. I'm
really
sorry. I put it back into my
interesting.
deck box.
Oh,
But
hey, no, that's all
it
right.
was the Page of Wands. And he
Right.
looked
This is just the
joyous. He
card for
looked
next
joyous, and
year.
I like that he was like shouting it out to universe. This, I'm not gaslighting myself, universe. I am telling you what I'm gonna do. And just bring
That's
that
right.
forward.
That's right. Right. No, I was just saying for the card of next year, and I'm excited to speak about this next time we get
Yes,
together on
yes, yes.
on our anniversary. It'll
Yes,
be
yes, it'll
basically
be
our
our
anniversary.
anniversary.
So,
Oh my gosh, you're right. It'll be our anniversary. So
yeah,
we have much to say to you
coming
guys
up.
then, and we have much to do. And again, our guest for beginning that year, beginning 2024, is author Judy Ann Knock, and she's another Brooklynite, and she'll be coming to join us. Uh, and hopefully Patty would be able to come with us at another time.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
loved
We'll
having
find.
her, and she was so looking forward to do it. So I hope she's all right. And many
Yes,
blessings to her, and we will see her in the new year. We will book her
that's
again
it.
to come
That's
out
it.
because she's such an amazing witch. She's known as the Hollywood Witch in California, and she does a lot of Hollywood stuff on movies and different
Hmm.
things, and with guests that are. We wish we could have been with Gregory Hines and all these different people, and she does that. So
Yeah.
I hope we can book her again for another day, despite us missing her for today. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you all have folk that you would
Oh,
like us
right.
to
Yes.
bring onto the show, please let us know. Drop us a message in the chat, or, post it on our page. If there's somebody you'd like us to invite, please let us know. We'd be happy to try and get them on.
Also,
It's a new
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. Also, one of the things that I put out on our page, our Magical Witchy World page, and I put it out there, and I'm asking you guys, what panels, we had like a couple of panels, a few panels throughout this year, and they were touching on
Hmm.
hot topics, you know,
Hmm.
and I put out some topics. If you guys like it, if you don't, add some other ones that you think would be great, because
Hmm.
your insight and is will be greatly appreciated, because some things we may not experience, but you guys have experienced,
Yes.
and if you've experienced it in a lot of different ways, it means that it's something we should talk about and put out
Yes.
there to try to see if we can change. Because when we do those panels, it's to try to see if we can change certain things, like when we did the panel on mental health, or the panel on
Hmm.
racism within the community. All of that is what we are going through, all of us, and
Yep.
in one form or another. And we are letting things affect us on the outside, listening to the gaslighting going outside on the different podcasts or the different shows. A lot of it is straight up lies,
Hmm.
so learn to be able to discern things, and let us know what you think about any other panel talks, or guests
Yes.
that we should bring on, and we would try our best to do so in the new year. Okay,
Right.
lots to accomplish in the new year, and lots to have
Yes.
you guys with us, and to have you guys, don't forget, you guys grow with us, so with that in
Hmm.
mind, we would love to have your input at all times. Okay.
Yep. And thank you, Rob, for sharing some ideas and
Oh, he
suggestions. We
did. Okay.
appreciate
All
that.
right.
Ideas on and reviewing witchy movies and shows is really cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that does sound really
Yes.
interesting. And also, let me just go to because I am a bit of a geek over here. I will
With
not,
what? A
a
geek
geek
with
as I
which one?
point to
With
my
which part?
eyeballs. but I had just saying that I really like the idea. I mean, I like the idea of there's been some conversation going on with some articles. There was a article that was recently published, and I forget, I think at the Atlantic, I think it was in the Atlantic, on uh paganism, and I'm going to use air quotes. Then there was some blowback on that and
Oh, okay.
conversation. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what, people who watch the show, or, who, what your thoughts are on what's happening in the world around us, in the community, in the pagan community around us, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. As Star was saying, you're having your own experience. Share some of that with us so we can bring that up in either panel discussions or with the people we bring on the
Right,
show.
right. Because
Or,
no matter what, if you're experiencing it, you're not the only one. Even though you may think you're the
right,
only one experiencing whatever it is, you're not the only one. So if we bring it to people's attention, people will pay more attention to it. Just like with the mental health or the different things, or we were just talking earlier about events, that pagan events where you go and there's not a versatility of people that's there. It's all one kind of people
right.
teaching one kind of things, so your mind doesn't get expanded. But there you are, you paid your money to be at this event, and you're really regurgitating the same things over and over, and nothing getting forward in your knowledge or learning abilities. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of different things, and we want to be able to bring things to people's attentions that you guys are seeing, and give insight to it. We don't know everything, which is why we bring on panels of people from
Yeah,
different that will tell us different things, so that we can all do our input and see where we're coming from. Because no two people can give the same insight.
right,
We all coming from different perspectives.
right.
So it's kind of cool to have to do that, and we have the platform for it. So why not give it a whirl?
Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
All right.
Looking
So
forward to next year.
yes, in the
So,
new year, we are looking forward to seeing you guys and wishing you guys
a
happy,
happy, happy new
healthy,
year.
and a happy new year.
Yes. Happy, happy new year. Listen, thank you all for joining us this week. I have to, because we haven't discussed it yet. I'm just going to say before we sign off, we have a big event coming up next year,
Oh,
right,
right.
Star?
Yes, yes, yes. Which is fast. And
Yeah.
because we got thrown off with the guest part, yes, please do sign up to come to Witches Fest. Whether you're coming to the one on Saturday that is free all day, or if it would be nice, we thought for the first year to have a camp where we
Hmm.
can be together here in the North. You know what I mean? And gather together with presenters and performers. The camp, we can't have vending, but we can have readings. It's got boat paddling, rafting. They're not able to have the zip line ready yet. They're going to let us know. So I'm not going to count on the zip line. But everything water sport wise, it's got there.
Hmm.
And we will be, it's for 8 days altogether. If you are with us at the camp, we will have a bus that will take you to the Saturday event in New York, in the city, and take you back to the camp. But you'll
Yes.
be there for the week, and for that week, you'll be immersed in all these different things, the workshops, there's a shadow mastery, all the different
Hmm.
things that we'll be immersing ourselves in. And the last day, we will also be having a picnic, which we'll be providing the
Yeah.
spread for that picnic for the last day,
Yes. Yes.
so that we can all have a nice ending of our week, and just be that, that safe haven week of where we are as pagans to gather and of like minds, and do many things with each other in the sense of fun and
Yeah.
learning, and supporting one another. um,
It's going to
you
be a
can, and we
great
do,
experience.
we have payment plans set up on it. It's a bit pricey, but that's because it's a camp and it's 2 hours out from New York City in the
Hmm.
Catskills, but it's going to be worth it with so many things to do. We will
Yes.
have a teen center, a children's activity area, everything that you can think of. And oh, I forgot the
And
wine tour. There's going to be a wine tour as well. So
and the
lots of things.
and the opportunity to disconnect a bit,
Yes,
because you
yes,
get to
yes,
slow down and you get to immerse yourself in that
yes, yes,
nature,
Yes.
just the
Drumming
greenery.
circles, a
Yes.
bonfire. We're
So,
gonna have a bonfire as well. So it's a lot that we're trying to do to
yeah.
bring back things that we used to do. We used to have that bonfire long ago in the city,
Mm.
where we not in the city, but when we went to different events, they would
Mhm.
have the bonfire and the different other things. We're gonna do that, and different solstice, summer solstice rituals and things like
Mhm.
that. So there's a lot involved with us to get ready for you guys. So we would love to have you guys there. There's limited room, unfortunately, because it's a
Yeah.
campsite. So there's only I think it's 90 people that we have. Oh no,
90.
90 tops that could fit on the campsite, but that's okay.
Yeah.
um, we hope to have all of you there to enjoy it,
Yeah.
and enjoy the time, and kind of hang with each other for a week. All
Yeah.
right, 8 days to be precise, so a little bit more than a week.
With that in mind, here's a little word about that event.
All right, excellent,
All
excellent.
right.
So again, this is the end of our show for tonight. And we would like you not to,
Yes.
don't forget to please like, subscribe, what else? Share. Anything else?
And share. Yes. No, that's it. Everyone, have a
Everything. Okay.
wonderful, wonderful New Year's
Wonderful, wonderful
Eve,
year. Okay. You guys
and
take
we will
care.
see you
Yeah.
next year.
And we'll see you 2024.
Yes.